Well, it's supposed to be cleaning day in the Rabbitry, and unfortunately, it's raining. We have had such a wet, soggy year. I haven't cleaned out the Rabbitry since like Thanksgiving time, and it is second week of January, so it really needs to get done. The rabbits themselves are clean. It's just they're on wires, so the manure falls through. So they're clean themselves. It's just that I need to get it out of here. It's not ideal. We've had just soggy days. I'm so sick of it. The ground should be frozen for like at least a month already, and it's not. It freezes for a couple days, we'll get some snow, and then the next day it'll be 50, and then everything melts, and it's just been a muddy mess. I have to haul everything by hand in a wheelbarrow, and I just don't want to rip up any more of the grass and walk through that mud to get to the manure pile. And it's getting really frustrating because I feel like I can't get anything done because it has been such a wet year. And if you've listened, I have an entire podcast about how crabby mud makes me. I hate mud. So instead of doing that today, I was also gonna clean them out, snip out the cages, move all the rabbits out of them, and replace some cage bottoms while I had everything cleared out. That's not gonna work. So hopefully my day off next week, it will be decent weather and the ground will be frozen and it won't be snowing. We'll see. So instead today I'm going to breed 2 rabbits. One has had a litter already and the other one, it's her first time. And then I'm also using a buckling that I had saved back for the first time also. So I'll show you what I do there. All right. So he's still working on her. And I'm going to grab this one here. She is a lot younger. We're going to put her up in with this buck. Now, he is older and a lot more experienced. That other buck, that was his first time. But she's young and probably really uncooperative. And he gets really tired. So he will only try for a little bit because he's kind of getting to be an old man. Okay, so I just want to show you guys. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Just want to show you his feet. You can see he's got a little bit of dead space in the middle there on both of his back feet. You can't really see. His front feet look really good. So they actually were really awful. And this is what they looked like before. And what happened was, I have no idea, because he was actually on like brand new cage bottom. There was a resting pad in there, and I had picked out him to be my new herd buck. Normally I look really close at their feet when I pick them out, and if you're picking for show, like the pigmentation on their toenails makes a difference, and also their coloring on their feet. But because this time I was picking out more for meat qualities, then I wasn't worried about a lot of the markings and stuff that you would normally worry about if you're picking one out for show. And because I didn't take a close look at them, I got done butchering 20 rabbits, and I went to go move him out of his cage and realized that that's what his feet look like. Now, out of all of the ones I butchered, I had no problems. Like, none of them looked like that. So I have no idea what the problem was. I felt the bottom of his cage. Sometimes if they get rusty, it can wear those guard hairs off. It wasn't rusty. It was a brand new cage bottom. Like, that cage has barely been used. I have no idea what happened. So I put him outside, and right away, like, I was putting betadine on it, swapping between betadine and antibiotic ointment. And right away it started looking much better. And then it just got too cold to have him outside. So I brought him back in and I put every inch of that cage had resting pad in it, and it was getting better. And then all of a sudden, like one of his front feet got infected, and I just thought, forget it. So now I've got him actually just in a pet carrier down here on the floor. It's a pain in the rear end. It's not ideal, but I mean, his feet look so much better than, as you can tell, than it did in that other picture. So he's on the road to recovery. I've been avoiding using him for breeding because I don't want him to injure those feet, but I think in a week or so, I'll be able to put him back on wires with some resting pads, and hopefully his feet are fine. So I've been home alone here this weekend, and we were supposed to have this storm where we got like 12 inches of snow, and you guys were in for a really good video of me trying to figure out how to use a snowblower that I've never used before, but I didn't have to because look, you can still see the grass. I mean, what a joke. So I think maybe we got 2 inches over the course of 2 evenings. So it was really no big deal. But I will be able to clean out the Rabbitry on my day off this week. So that's the one bonus to not getting the snow that we thought we were going to get. It's cleaning day in the Rabbitry. I'm so excited to get it cleaned out. It's a mess. It needs to get done. It's a nice cool day. Want to get it done today because today it's supposed to be about 30 as a high, and tomorrow's only going to be like 12 degrees as a high. So it's going to be much easier to get it done today. To go pick up the grinder from my buddy John to cut the bottoms off these cages. Went to get the grinder this morning, and there's a case and no grinder in it. I can't find it. I've looked everywhere, so gonna do that quick. ready to go. They're weaned. They're in brand new cage bottoms. It's nice and smooth on the bottom. They're gonna love it. And their moms are gonna be super happy that they're done after 7 weeks of raising these kids. I go anywhere from 5 weeks to 7 weeks on weanings, and all the does I have right now are really, really good moms. So I don't worry too much about leaving them in. If they get to the point where they're like, get me out, I wean them, but they nurse those things right up until the end. These does produce the heaviest litters we've ever had. I mean, I get 4 to 4.5 pound weaning weights for these guys at like 6 weeks. So you can't beat that. I am really happy with 4 pound weaning weights.